All right, the bug spray is over there in case you feel the need. I see a mosquito flying over here.
I'll spray myself now.
All right. Hello, world. Hello, hello. 50-50 coming up your way. All right, great. So, we didn't know whether this was going to happen because it was raining here all morning. How do I... Which way is the wind blow? Which way does the wind blow? So we can get the most out of it. So we weren't sure if this was gonna happen. It was raining actually kind of heavily earlier this morning, so I was debating about taking a day off. But then the sun came out, and then now it's sunny and kind of, oh, there are some big clouds over there. Well, that's okay. Oh, it looks like they are coming this way. Well, we'll see what happens. We'll just start, and if we need to stop, then we'll stop. And if we manage to get an hour in, then we'll get an hour in. And so here's the thing. And I kind of debated like not practicing and taking a day off. But I have also been feeling that it has been harder and harder for all of us to keep up a routine, and especially keeping up practice. Because it is so hard to do it alone, and I am very lucky to have a few of my souls here to keep coming, to kind of help holding me accountable, and that really helps, because if you weren't coming or if Robin wasn't coming, it would be a lot harder for me to keep it up as well. So I completely recognize that that is a challenging part, and therefore hopefully I can keep it up, and hopefully, you know, even if you don't keep it up, maybe every now and then you keep it up, and that's good enough for me. So let's do it before it starts raining again. If you'd like to start the Time Rider playlist for one last time this week, I am going to start it 3, 2, 1, now. Alongside with the birds. If you just take a moment, find your way onto your seat, find your space, take a moment, arrive on your mat, notice how your date's been going. I can't believe it's Thursday already again. It's been, the weeks have been flying, even though I happen to be home pretty much all the time, outside of very minor venturing out, dropping my son at his dad's, or I haven't been in the grocery store since week before Monday, so that time's coming up for me to go to the grocery store again. But somehow the time still keeps flying by. I practice almost every day, which really helps. So hang in there, you guys. Just hang in there. Give yourselves the space to be wherever you are without judgment. That really helps. If you kind of find a little extra acceptance for the struggles that are showing up on any given day, I think that is ultimately my biggest goal, to just be able to be with whatever is, whatever it looks like, whatever it feels like. Let it be, and kind of approach it from a place of, I don't know, surrender maybe? Something like that, who knows? So just few breaths here. Noticing as the air comes into your lungs. Sun went away.
That's great.
No sprinkles yet, we'll see. Big inhale in through your nose. Hold it at the top, sip a little more. Out of your mouth, let it go. Everybody's making way more bread down. No, I don't. Big breath in through your nose. Hold it at the top, sip it a little more. Out of your mouth, let it go. Roll your shoulders up and back. Notice how the arms feel, especially if you practiced last night with all those three-legged planks. Maybe your shoulders are feeling a little heavy, and that's okay. Head goes side to side. Bring your weight onto your hands and knees. A little movement here, cat cow. Oh man, it is always good to move. Sometimes I feel like I don't really want to do it, but then as soon as I start moving, I want a little more, and then when I'm done, I feel just great. Oh, there are the first sprinkles. Sprinkles are okay as long as the sky doesn't open and pour. I'm cool with sprinkles, but we'll see. We'll see what we get. I'll hide this paper. And then the phones hopefully will be fine too. Tuck the toes, lift the hips back, downward facing dog. Stretch long. Oh. Pedal out the feet, long through the arms, hollow out the belly, open the sits bones, bend the knees, shift the ribs down towards your thighs. Notice where that lands for you. And then slowly straightening the legs again. Noticing where that leaves you. Right leg lifts up and back long. Bend your knee, flex your foot, open your hip. Pause here heavy in the back heel. The left heel carries all of your weight. Flexing the right heel, trying to get your heel closer to your left butt cheek. Shoulders still square to the mat, long through the arms. Beautiful. Straighten your leg, close the hip again. Step your right foot all the way in. Step your left foot all the way in. Half a lift. Inhale. Exhale. Fold. One more. Half lift. Flat back. Plant your hands. Step back to plank. Fire up your legs. Inhale here. Knees are not forward. Elbows in. Lower halfway down. Inhale through your back bend. Roll over your feet, downward facing dog. Finding the dog, again checking in momentarily with the legs. High on the tippy toes, bend your knees. Stay there. Low ribs touching the top of your thighs. Weight is in the legs, super long through the arms. Fire up your armpits. And then slowly straightening the legs. Back to downward facing dog. Left leg lifts up and back. Keep it straight foot. Pull the foot out of the hip socket. Super long through the left side. Left pinky, left side, left hip, all the way through the left foot. Now bend your left knee, flex your foot open through the hip. It's as if your left foot is pulling off to your right side, but keep your shoulders square to the mat. So you gotta really lengthen through your left arm and pull your left shoulder down. The left heel is trying to kick your right butt cheek. Fire up your right glute. And then straightening the left leg long again, closing the hip attack. Step your left foot all the way in, step your right foot all the way in. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. One more, halfway up. Plant your hands, step back to plank. Inhale here, fire up your quads. Forward, elbows in, lower half or less. Inhale through your up dog. Heart comes through, shoulders back and down. Exhale, your hips back, downward facing dog. High on the tippy toes, inhale. Bend your knees, look where you're going. Bottom of your exhale, step or float, landing lightly. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, fold. Inhale all the way up, arms reach. Hands to heart, bring it in. Inhale, arms right. Exhale, fold. Halfway up, flat back. Plant your hands, step or float, chaturanga mid-plank. Inhale through your up dog. Exhale, hips back, downward facing. Tippy toes, inhale. Bottom of your exhale, bend your knees, step or float. Halfway up, crawl your chest. Exhale, release. All the way up, arms reach. Hands to heart, bring it in. Inhale, rise. Exhale, fold. Halfway lift. Plant your hands, step or float. Inhale, up dog. Roll over your feet, downward face. Tippy toes, inhale. Knees bend, exhale, step or float. Halfway up. Exhale, fold. All the way up, arms reach. Hands to heart, bring it in. Utkatasana, chair pose. Lupa's like, I hope we're not gonna hold it the same time as last time. No, we're not. Inhale here. Exhale, right arm goes back, open through the right side. Keep your knees together, back to center, inhale. Exhale, left arm down. Back to center, inhale, stand up, look up, reach up, maybe heart through, a little back bend. Forward fold is your release, empty your breath. Halfway lift, inhale. Plant your hands, step or float, chaturanga. Inhale through your up dog. Roll over your feet, downward facing. Right leg lifts up and back long. Knee to nose, bring it in. Three-legged dog, right leg goes long. Step your foot in, left heel goes down. Inhale, warrior one. Stay for exhale, pressure outer edge of your left foot. Inhale here. Arms go down, frame the foot, left knee goes down. Inhale, chest lifts. Half splits, bring it back. Inhale to front, tuck the back toe, lift your back knee, plant your hands down. Side plank off to your right. Scoot your right leg back to meet the left. Right arm finds the mat, right knee, right tricep, tap. Three-legged dog, hips go back. Step your right foot all the way in, left leg lift, standing splits. Inhale here. Exhale, 10 toes on the mat. Utkatasana, chair pose, rise. Stay for exhale. Inhale. Exhale, left arm down and back, open. Keep the knees together, back up, inhale. Right arm down and back. Back up, look up, stand up, reach up. Empty your breath, forward fold. Halfway lift, flat back. Plant your hands, step or float, chaturanga. Inhale through your up dog, heart. Roll over your feet, downward facing. Left leg lifts up and back long. Knee to nose, bring it in, round shoulders over the wrist. Inhale back, three-legged. Exhale, step your foot in, right heel goes down. Take your time. Inhale, arms rise, warrior one. Stay for exhale. Inhale. Arms go down, frame the foot, the right knee goes down, lift the back heel. Inhale, chest lifts. Exhale to half splits. Did we do it twice? Inhale to front, no we didn't. Tuck your back toe, lift your back knee, plant your hands. Side plank off to your left. And whether that's supported or regular or whatever you want to do here, that's fine. Left arm finds the mat, left knee, left tricep, tap. Three-legged dog, hips go back. Step your left foot all the way in, right leg lift, standing splits. Inhale here. Exhale, 10 toes on the mat. Halfway lift, flat back. exhale, fold. One more just like that, half lift. And fold. Utkatasana, chair pose, rise. Right arm down and back, exhale. Inhale, back up, stay in your chair. Left arm down and back. Notice how you're twisting, opening. Back up, inhale, stand up, look up, reach up. Forward fold is your release. Halfway lift, flat back. Plant your hands, we'll throw a crow in there for a couple breaths. About 3-ish or maybe 5, depends. Pulling out the belly, dig in with the fingertips, round through the upper back, push the mat away. Squeeze the heels close to your seat. Whenever you're ready, inhale. Exhale, chaturanga, shoot your legs back. Inhale, up dog, shoulders back and down. Roll over your feet, downward facing. Right leg lifts up and back long. Knee to nose, rapid in, forehead to knee, maybe kiss the knee, scoot it back, 3-legged. Right leg steps in, left heel goes down, warrior 1, rise. Arms go down, exhale, frame the foot, left knee goes down. Inhale, chest lifts, give it a little bit of a space. Half splits, bring it back. Back to front, tuck the back toe, lift the T, standing splits right away, inhale. Is that right? Nope, that's okay. Totally fine. 10 toes on the mat. Utkatasana, chair pose, inhale. Left arm down and back. Back up to center. Right arm down and back. Back up to center. Stand up, look up, reach up. Forward fold, empty your breath. Halfway lift, flat back. Plant your hands, Bakasana, second set. Again, 3 to 5 breaths. Just kind of check and notice what that looks like, feels like today. Another inhale. Step or float, chaturanga, exhale, inhale, through your up dog. Roll over your feet, downward facing. Left leg lifts up and back long. Knee to nose, round forward, hips are high, high on the back heel, scooted back, 3-legged. Left leg steps in, right heel goes down. Inhale, warrior 1. Exhale, right back down, arms go down, lift your back heel, right knee goes down, chest lifts, inhale. Half splits, bring it back. All the way to front, standing splits, right leg lifts, inhale here. Exhale, 10 toes on the mat. Halfway up, flat back, stay here. Lengthen through the spine, hollow out the belly. Notice how your legs feel. Notice how your sits bones are reacting. Pull the ribs in. Crown of the head reaching forward, the gaze is down. Exhale, bend your knees, release your head, completely forward fold. Stay here for 2 breaths. Whatever you need to do, do it. Or just hang again. Bend your knees generously. It is still yoga if you bend your knees. Maybe you shift your weight a little more forward, or maybe you go back and forth if that feels good. One more half lift. Inhale. Slowly expand. Feel your waistline lengthening. Crown of the head pulling forward. Hollow out the belly, ribs in. Straight legs, active. Pelvic floor in. Exhale, bend your knees. Fold, release your head. Slowly round, 1 vertebra at a time. Shake out the hands out of the shoulders as you come up. Nice little zombie roll up. Roll the shoulders up and back. Open the palms forward towards the front of your space. Inhale here. Out of your mouth, let it go. One more, breath in. Out of your mouth, let it go. Arms reach up, inhale. Hinging at the waist, forward fold. Empty your breath. Halfway lift, flat back. Plant your hands, step or float, chaturanga. Mid plank. Inhale through your up dog. Roll over your feet, downward facing. Inhale here. Out of your mouth, let it go. One more, inhale. Out of your mouth, let it go. Right leg lifts up and back long. Knee to nose again, bring it in round, push the mat away. Scoot it back, take your time, three-legged. Step your right foot in, open your hip, warrior two. Coming up, inhale. Stay for the exhale. Inhale here. Exhale to extended side angle. Maybe find a deeper expression than you would normally. Notice where you are. Hug your right hip under, squeeze your legs, fire them up. Inhale back to warrior two. Up and over, reverse your warrior, lift your right side up. Half moon, right arm travels far forward. Shift the weight into your right leg, stack your hips. Slowly unfurl. Take your time. The right hand may be a little bit off of the right side of your foot line. It doesn't have to be right in front of it. Beautiful. Inhale here. Right knee bends. Fire up your left quad. Control slow step back. Warrior two. Straighten your right leg. Inhale up and over. Reverse triangle. Arms go to a T. Notice if the hips are neutral. Only now the left hip sasses back. Reach, reach, reach. Trikonasana, settle in. Oh, Trikonasana is one of my favorite postures of all time. I love it. I love it more than handstand, believe it or not.
Wow.
Yeah, I know. I really love it. So just notice where you find yourself. The left arm is lifting you up. Keep engaged through the right side. Crown of the head is reaching forward. Hugging the right hip under, squeezing the thighs in towards each other. Super strong, tight through the left quad. Energy through the left hip into the ground. There's a lot going on here. Inflating, pushing your belly in against your low back. It's like you patting your low back with your belly. Big breath here. Look down for balance, right knee bends. Up and over, reverse. Standing splits, arms go down, left leg lift. If you want to take it all the way upside down, you sure can. Off of our non-dominant leg, for me anyway.
My dominant.
Whenever you're ready, walk, step, float through your vinyasa. Find your breath, reconnect, tune in. Inhale here. Out of your mouth, let it go. Fire up your armpits, long through the arms. Hollow out the belly, another inhale. Out of your mouth, let it go. Left leg inhales up to the sky. Exhale, knee to nose, round. Pull the forehead to the knee. Heel close to your seat. Scoot it back, three-legged. Left leg steps all the way in. Open up, warrior two. Inhale, stay for exhale. Another inhale. Extended side angle. Find some depth through your legs. Fire up your right quad. Keep hugging the left hip under. Notice what's happening through the hips. Beautiful. Strong through the legs. Fire up the legs and the core. Inhale, back up to warrior two. Stay for exhale, up and over, reverse. Inhale, lift your left side up. Half moon, left arm finds the floor. Slightly off to your left. Stack the hips, stack the shoulders. Take your time unfurling, becoming light on the left arm, maybe just the fingertips touching. Breath through the right heel, tighten up your right quad. Big breath here. Left knee bends, fire up your right quad, slow step back, beautiful, back to warrior two. Straighten your left leg, up and over, reverse triangle. Notice where your hips are. Thighs pulling in towards each other, no sassing, hips are in neutral. Arms go to a T, only now the right hip sasses back. Reach, 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 inhale. Exhale, Trikonasana, other side. And again, notice, where are you engaging here? Thighs, right quad, Energy through the right hip all the way into the ground. You light on the bottom arm, you're gently lifting by the upper arm. Imagine that you're being squeezed by 2 panes of glass. Literally. They're squeezing you, and that's how much you're stacking. I know Marley hates that key, but I always liked it. Big peanut butter sandwich. You can be a big peanut butter sandwich too. Inhale here. Look down for balance. Left knee bends. Up and over, reverse. Standing split, arms go down. Or maybe you take it all the way up. Right away. Otherwise, maybe there's a hop in here. Walk, step, float. Oh, it's not every day's Christmas. Walk, step, float through your vinyasa. Downward facing dog. Drop down to your knees, take a moment. I just found my first handstand picture yesterday. You know, it came up in one of those apps that show you the history. So my first handstand picture on my handstand journey 6 years ago. Oh my God. I remember, I don't know how it kind of came about. I think I was following Kino McGregor on Instagram, and
Wow.
she was like, you know, starting whatever journey to a handstand or something like that, or so it was some kind of a challenge. You know, they used to do the challenge on Instagram, so I think it may have been that or something like that. And I was never afraid to go like up against the wall. Like that, I was not afraid of that ever. So I kind of flopped up against the wall. When I posted the picture yesterday, it's just the alignment is like, you know, I mean, I didn't know anything.
Yeah.
This is way before I started doing, I think it was right around the time where I started doing yoga, like seriously, you know. And it's just 6 years. It's just crazy what happened over the 6 years.
Yeah.
I also never believed I would ever have a press. That was just like, it seemed so unattainable. I'm like, well, that's never gonna happen. But here I am 6 years later with a press, which I've actually already have probably for like at least a year, if not longer. But yeah, it's definitely been quite the journey, and I like to relate the handstand journey very much to life, because all of the fears and all of the patience and some of the clarity and the balance that you have to apply, everything is in some way applicable to life, which is one of the reasons why I love inversion practice so much. All right, a little bit more of a movement. Just a tiny bit. Downward facing dog. I just have to talk about it. My first handstand picture ever. Inhale here. Out of your mouth, let it go. One more, inhale. Out of your mouth, let it go. Higher than TP toes, knees bent. Look where you're going. Step or float, front of your space. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, fold. Utkatasana, inhale, arms up. Exhale, right arm down and back. Inhale, back to chair. Left arm exhales, down and back. Inhale, stand up, look up, reach up. Forward fold is your release. Halfway lift, crawl your chest. Plant your hands, step or float, chaturanga. Inhale through your up dog. Roll over your feet, downward facing. Right leg lifts up and back long. Knee to nose round, bring it in. Inhale, three-legged dog. Step your right foot between your hands, exhale, left heel down. Warrior one, rise. Stay for exhale. Inhale here. Arms go down, frame the foot, left knee goes down. Lift up through the chest, inhale. Exhale, half splits, bring it back. Back to front, plant your hands. Tuck your back toe, lift your back knee, listen. Right knee, right tricep, tab, make a connection. Side plank off to your right. Breath. Right arm finds the mat, right to right, tap. Three-legged dog, hips go long. Step your right foot in, exhale. Warrior two coming up. Inhale here. Exhale here. Another inhale. Right arm goes down inside of your right foot, extended side angle. Breath in, tighten it up. And an exhale. Inhale back up to warrior two. Stay for exhale. Inhale up and over, reverse triangle. Arms go to a T, exhale. Reach, 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 inhale. Exhale, coming down, Trikonasana. Inhale here, stack. Flatten, exhale, fold. Here. Another breath in. Look down for balance, right knee bends. Up and over, reverse. Standing splits, handstand, wherever you are taking this. Few breaths here. Walk, step, float through your vinyasa. Roll over your feet, downward facing dog. Tippy toes, knees bent, look where you're going, step or float. Halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, fold. Utkatasana, chair pose. Left arm down and back, exhale. Inhale, back up. Right arm down and back. Stand up, look up, reach up, lift the chest. Empty your breath, down. Halfway lift, crawl your chest, crown of the head, legs straight, plant your hands, step or float. Inhale through your up dog. Roll over your feet, downward facing left leg, inhales back right away. Knee to nose, round forward, forehead to knee, wrap it in. Extend your left leg back, inhale. Step it in between your hands, right heel down, inhale, warrior one. Stay for exhale, right hip, right quad. Big breath in. Arms go down, frame the foot, right knee down. Chest lifts, inhale. Half split, bring it back, flex the front toe, keep the head lifted. Back to front, plant your hands, tuck your back, the toe, lift your back knee. Left knee, left tricep, tap. Side plank, off to your left, however you want to go about it. Left arm finds the mat, left to left, tap again. Three-legged dog, hips go back. Step your left foot in, warrior two, coming up on your inhale. Stay for exhale. Another inhale in, extended side angle, find depth through your legs. Breath cycle here. Inhale back up, warrior two, stay for exhale. Inhale, straighten your left leg up and over. Exhale, arms go to a T. Reach, 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 inhale. Exhale, Trikonasana, 2 breaths here. Look down for balance, left knee bends. Inhale brings you to reverse, up and over. Exhale, standing splits or upside down. Walk, step, float through your vinyasa. Drop down to your knees. Cross your ankles, sit your butt behind your legs. And extend your legs forward. Sunshine is back. Put some sunglasses on for good measures. Alright, so this time actually let's bring the soles of the feet together, knees are arched wide. The closer you bring the heels in towards the seat, the more intense the stretch through the hips, through the groins. So negotiate the space. Wherever you need to have your feet is perfectly fine. Lifting up through the chest, lengthening through the waistline. Find the sit bones. And then start leaning in forward with your chest lifted. Now if you can hold your ankles and push your elbows into your knees to help the knees, give them a little bit of a weight to open up a little more. So for a moment here, your upper back is still flat, your gaze is lifted, your chin is coming up towards the toes. You are pulling with your arms, pushing the elbows into the knees. Notice where that leaves you. Have 3 more breaths here. Another big inhale. Exhale, release any pull, any engagement you have. Let the arms fall down. Drop the shoulders. Release the head and neck. Let the legs do whatever they need to do. Give it some space. Notice how the passive stretch is different from the active stretch that we have just held for a few breaths before we have let go. Allow gravity to slowly pull you in. Let gravity do its work in its own time. You don't have to do anything specific. Here you're just softening the body into the fold. Trying to let go of any engagement that you may be holding through your legs, through your inner thighs, or through your hips. Try to gently breathe into all those places and soften. Watch out for the space that shows up. The longer you sit there, the more space there's gonna be. Allow your body to lean into it organically, naturally. Keep scanning your body for sensation. Notice how it feels. Notice where your mind goes. Notice how difficult it may be to stay watching the body or stay watching the breath. Notice if you feel a tendency or urge to get out or fidget. Notice any distractions that are showing up for you, whether they're internal or external. Slowly complete your exhale. Inhale starts to bring you back up very slowly. Notice where that leaves you. And slowly pause here. Extending your legs out forward. Again, very slowly allowing the sensation just come back in. You're not trying to release them. You're actually watching them very carefully. So notice what just happened to your hips and inner thighs, perhaps the back of your knees as you extended your legs out. Now bend your right leg, bring it in, and cross it over your left. Now keep it, I'd say, right by the knee or a little further out, so you have kind of enough space. Now if you'd like to kind of interlace your hands at the knee, lift up through the chest, hollow out the belly, find a little space here between your upper body and your leg. And then slowly wiggle yourself, outer edge of your left tricep out to the just outside of the knee. And then the left hand goes down, the right hand gently goes somewhere behind you. I'd like to keep it really soft. Notice what happened to your weight through your sits bones. So both of your sits bones should be down. Notice if you can stack, keep your shoulders somewhat stacked over your hips. Notice how much weight your right hand is carrying. It shouldn't carry a lot. Actually, it shouldn't really carry hardly any. It's just simply touching. It's allowing you to lean into the twist a little bit more, but it's not like you're back here, right? So sometimes you see that people are like all the way back here, or they have their arms straight and they're twisting, but they're completely leaned into the right shoulder and the right arm. I want you to stay lifted into the sits bones, opening through the collarbones. So if anything is lifting, it's the chest, you guys. The chest is lifting up directly off to your right side. The left leg is soft, there's no real engagement there, so is the right. Check in with the spine, notice where it's twisting. And I always like to imagine a little rope being twisted, one end of the rope one way, the other end of the rope another way. You could think of a towel or a t-shirt as well. That's what your spine's doing. You can notice if you have a tendency to squeeze some random places. Pay attention to that very closely. Oh. Almost there. Finish your exhale completely. Take another inhale. And then release on your next exhale. Uncross your foot, extend it out. And just pause here. Just let your body find a neutral. Notice the legs, the spine, maybe the arms, even the chest. Maybe a little bit of a roll through the shoulders if that feels good. Again, trying to let the body recenter on its own. The left leg slowly comes in, bring it in. Interlace your hands around just below your knee. Lift up through the chest. Notice how much space you have. And then pick up your foot and drop it on the other side of your right leg. Just outside of your knee, right? Closer to the shin, so you still have enough space. So the closer you bring the foot in, the less space you're gonna have to twist. The further out you put your leg, you'll be able to lean in a little and negotiate, right, the space. So again, the right outer triceps up and over your left knee. Give it maybe a little bit of a manual help to get yourself in there. And again, just arrive, soften the legs. Make sure the back hand is nice and soft. And there's a little bit of a traction there, but there's definitely not a weight. The left shoulder externally rotating and dropping down. If anything, you're pushing gently the right shoulder forward, opening through the collarbones, looking directly off to your left. You don't have to go further than that. And if you don't even get that far, that's fine too. Lift through the chest, fluffy through the heart, both sits bones evenly on the mat. How can you work with this? Where can you lean in? Where's the space showing up? Where are you working hard? Where do you need to soften? So many questions. That's where your mind should be. Paying attention to the body, collecting information, scanning sensations, looking out for the breath. Witnessing very closely to what's happening in your body. Stay with yourself. Stay present. Complete your exhale. Take another inhale in here. Exhale, release. Wow. Uncross your leg. Extend it out. And pause. Just notice. Oh, we got no blocks again. Oh, that's because we didn't know if it was gonna rain. That's why. So we're semi-unprepared. That's okay. It does matter because I did want to go to restorative bridge, but that's okay. So we are going to turn around. You guys stay exactly where you are. And then slowly bring your knees in, lifting up through the chest. Lower all the way down, one vertebra at a time. Hopefully you have blocks or books for a restorative bridge. We're just gonna have to suck it up. Oh. So block goes underneath your sacrum. Select the height that's appropriate. You can also adjust the height as you go. And then try to let the hips really settle heavy into the mat. So we can do that as well a little bit, but we're just gonna have to work out our quads a lot. Now really push into the feet, right? So push into the feet, tighten up your quads, and then soften your glutes. That's for us. You guys are completely soft because you have a support underneath your sacrum. So you're releasing everything completely. Releasing into the hips, into the block, letting the weight settle, broad through the collarbones. And then if you're like us, you don't have support, what are you focusing on is pressure through your feet and softness through your hips and through your glutes. You want to completely release your glutes, which is really not easy because you still have to hold yourself up. But maybe you sink the hips a little bit, and then maybe then it will work. You guys stay, we're gonna release. You guys stay where you are. We're gonna Supta Baddha Konasana, feet together, knees full up. You guys are staying still in supported bridge. If you like us and don't have any support, Supta Baddha Konasana, soles of the feet together, knees wide out, arms open, chest open. Broad through the collarbones. Beautiful. If you're in bridge, release the block. Slowly lower down. Bring your knees in towards the chest. Hug it in. Keep your head down. Bring your knees in nice and tight. Take your arms wide to a T. And then just slowly lower the knees off to your right. Pause there. Inhale back in towards the center. Pause there. One more inhale. Exhale, legs go off to your left. Pause there, take an inhale. And an exhale. Inhale back in towards the center. One more squeeze, forehead to knee, wrap it all in, give yourself a big giant squeeze. Lay the head and neck down and release the feet out, opposite corners of your mat, let the feet splay out. Adjust the hips, adjust the shoulders, connect them nicely into the mat, back of the head. Wiggle out the jaw, soften the face, soften the inside of your mouth. Soften your eyes, maybe roll them kind of down towards the heart. Big inhale in through your nose. Feel your body head to toe. Out of your mouth, let it go. One more just like that. Big breath in. Full body inhale. Inflate all the little crevices out of the mouth. Slow, long, empty of the breath. Shavasana. Let your body sink heavy into the mat. Give yourselves those few minutes to settle in, release anything that you have. Let the weight spread through the limbs. Integrating all the space that you have just created, noticing how that practice resonated with you physically and mentally. Noticing where you find yourself now as opposed to where you began your practice. Sometimes it's so hard to bring ourselves onto the mat. But again, once you start, even with a little bit of a movement, even if you just start with cat-cow, generally the body starts craving a little bit more. So I think the hardest part of this all is to actually roll the mat out and get on it. Once you're on it, the path kind of shows up, and that's really nice and inviting and comforting. But to actually get there, to make that first step, to get yourself on the mat, to connect the hands and the feet, especially now in where you just don't want to do anything anymore. Give yourself a huge pat on the back for getting on your mat. And just know that it is hard, and any amount of effort will be rewarded with a huge feeling of accomplishment and huge good feeling that spreads through your body. Thank you again so much for tuning in, whether you have tuned in live or whether you're going to do this later. Thank you for being with us. Stay in Shavasana as long as you need. If nap shows up in Shavasana, I highly recommend embracing that. Otherwise, if you would, in your mind's eye, bring your hands to heart center. Perhaps bowing your forehead towards your fingertips. Showing gratitude to yourselves for showing up on your mat. Mindfulness into the breath space, into the heart space, and the sacred that unites us all. From my heart to yours always, from my mat to yours, from my porch to wherever you are. Namaste. We have survived it without a rain. There were a few sprinkles, but we made it. I'm glad we made it onto the mat. Again, stay in Shavasana as long as you need. I will be back Saturday at 11 with Solar Saturday. As always, if you have any questions, suggestions, requests, comments, feedback, I don't know what else, do let me know. Thank you guys so much. Have a great rest of the day. We're almost there. Friday is almost up on us. Love, light, and gratitude to all. Bye.